Hi, I've come to you with my homemade ginger and turmeric shot to talk about Three Things About Elsie by Joanna Cannon. And this is another one of my charity shop reads. One sec. I'll just get rid of this. And I've read Joanna Cannon before, and I thought, well, yeah, I'll pick this one up because the cover, a Battenberg cake. And when you read this, you wouldn't realise that Battenberg cakes could be so devious. It's a novel that's poignant, but it's also full of humour, light and kindness. Florence is in her 80s, and she's been put into a care home against her wishes, really. She didn't want to go, but it's one that's got sort of people to keep an eye on her. Cherry trees, that's where she is. And her friend Elsie is with her. She and Elsie have been friends since they were girls. They've shared everything together, including secrets. But sadly, Florence is now finding that there are gaps in her memory. But she's got Elsie with her to help her to remember. When a new resident arrives, Gabriel Price, Florence finds her life totally thrown into confusion because she is positive that it's not Gabriel Price, it's Ronnie Butler. Ronnie Butler, who was drowned in the 50s. She's convinced that Ronnie Butler has come back for revenge. And she finds that her life becomes even more confusing before. There's more and more gaps in her memory. She finds things that have moved. You know, she goes back into her little flat and things have moved. And Battenberg cakes can be quite dangerous. And all of this is happening at the same time that she has been put in probation by the person who runs, Miss Ambrose, Miss Bizzle, who run this assisted facility. Florence's next step, if she fails probation, is to move to Greenbanks, which is a much more secure and structured facility for older people. And she is trying so hard to pass the probation, but all these things keep happening. And even Elsie can't really help. But back to Ronnie and this mystery that needs solving. With the help of Jack, who is an absolutely wonderful character, he's another resident, and Elsie, the three of them set out to find out the truth about Gabriel, also known as Ronnie. Is he? And it's just such a lovely novel. The characters are just super, really. I mean, Jack is my favourite character. Miss Ambrose and Miss Bizzle. Miss Ambrose is, I think, the nicer one of the two. Simon, the handyman, he is such a gentle character. He doesn't even realise his own qualities. And it's a novel as well about acts of kindness. How a simple act of kindness can have have a huge impact on lives. There are some wonderful lines in here as well. One of my favourites was from Jack, my favourite character, when he talks about Florence is saying she's a damaged character, and Jack is telling her that, we're all damaged, we've all got flaws, we've all got breaks, but if we didn't have them, then the light wouldn't be able to get in. If we weren't broken, the light wouldn't find a way in. So something like that. And I thought that was such a lovely line. And Elsie talks about long seconds, how sometimes the clock will stop or seem to stop, and a second will stretch, and in that long second you have time to breathe and make a right decision. So our lives are full of long seconds. And then there's the Battenberg cake as well. It's a novel that made my heart reach out to Florence. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And as for Elsie, she needs a bit of explaining. As it says, the 3 things about Elsie. This is what Florence says. There's 3 things you should know about Elsie. The first is that she's my best friend. The second is that she always knows what to say to make me feel better. And the third thing might take a little bit more explaining. So I enjoyed it. So happy reading. So 3 Things About Elsie by Joanna Cannon. So happy reading. Take care.